Hello everyone and welcome back to RSF1 Racing. Tonight we've got Division 4 round Canada, the last division to take on Canada this week. It should be interesting. I'm Spooky and tonight I'm joined by Mega Centurion. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright, looking forward to a fun race.
I love to hear it. I'm sure it'll be fun. I mean, only 15 drivers, so it might not be an exciting Q1, but I'm sure we can make it exciting.
We'll try our best.
Starting to ready up. So this week we've experienced quite a lot of people sustaining damage and a lot of penalties.
There will be a lot of
been
penalties.
disqualified. I don't think anyone's been disqualified this week, but quite a couple of folk have been one off. I think we'll see any disqualifications here tonight.
How much is it for a disqualification?
30 I think.
Oh, that could definitely happen. That's just one warning a lap.
Is this very possible at the same time as well though? Load up the stream.
That's a good chance.
Hopefully we can keep all 15 drivers maybe to the end this week.
Oh,
Nice.
very optimistic.
Yes. You never know. It's also been rare to get a safety car around here this week. I know Div 3 didn't get it. Div 1 didn't get one. And I don't think Div 5 had one either, so I'm not too sure about Division 2. I think they got one, so.
There was one, yeah, I think I caused it.
Like 8. Well, it's always exciting a safety car in the last 10 laps of that. Everybody's in the fresh tyres, fighting for that.
Yeah,
Like a
dive bombs are
extra
plenty.
point. I mean, that's the downside about it. Everybody's kind of making silly moves, shall we say.
It's fun to watch.
It can result in damage. It can be fun to watch from our perspective. But I'm sure from the drivers they'll be swearing away, bouncing about. It's not cloudy, but the clouds are there. Did we see some rain?
It was raining F2, so always a chance.
There was also rain in F5. I've just received information that we've got a wet race.
Ooh.
Now, do the drivers, if it's a full wet race, like I'm talking like the whole race wet, do they have wet setups?
I don't normally have one. I just kind of lower the pressure and stuff on a dry setup and up the right height, and that normally does it.
Yeah, I've started going to get wet setups now. Could very interesting, no?
I think a lot of the time it does say full out race, but then it does just dry up anyway. So
I mean, I was watching Division 5 race and I was looking through, and it said there was no rain expected, and then 1 minute it's 5 minutes, then it's 15 minutes, then it's back to 10 minutes again, so it's an unpredictable game. But I think I hear a car about to come out, hopefully. Anyway, I don't know if you saw yourself, but we saw the changes to Australia that are coming.
I think they're quite good.
Oh, I think it looks amazing. I hated the corners. I think it will encourage a lot more overtaking and faster race pace. I think it's 5 seconds quicker. I think they were saying.
So that's a few more laps.
That should be interesting to see that and race in it next year.
Maybe even this year.
Maybe. I suppose this year, next game. Couple of drivers, 3 drivers out right now. I don't believe all of them will push too hard.
Going on the mediums. Interesting, not saving them for the race.
If we've got a wet race, then we don't really need the medium tyres.
I think the mediums are better than the softs around here though. They're very close in pace, they last a lot longer.
I think it's 6 tenths.
I thought it was
I
like
believe, I'm not too sure.
4 or 5.
Could be very close. Yeah, 4 times slower than the gamer says, that's what the game says.
Very close.
And you can never trust this game, it lies to you numerous times. Anyway, corners from his first lap. We'll be the first person to set a time as long as he can keep it valid. I feel like most divisions this week have had a lack of numbers as well, so most Q1s have been quite boring. Hopefully folk can entertain us all. We'll make corners looking on for a decent lap here on the mediums.
A little bit deep at the hairpin, but nothing to worry.
Yep.
This is the hardest bit coming up, I think. Just trying not to invalidate.
Yeah.
As he has just demonstrated. Thank you.
Very easily done. If you don't invalidate, you're either hitting the wall. You'll let you nail it.
It's very hard on controller.
I'm on controller.
Yeah, it's hard. You either get it perfect or you just get 2 warnings because you turn in too early when you hit the exit too
Are you
narrow.
on the controller?
I am.
Or the wheel?
I am, and this is my least favourite track.
I don't think it was a bad track, it was a decent track, I think. Not one of my favourites, I don't think. Mason Duncan sent the first time, an absolute rapid lap, you know, 129. Just like he's meant to save these tyres. A smart idea.
He's showing up the F1 boys with that.
Yeah, watch out, Mason's about. Rogan validates in the final chicane.
That'll be a
I
common
see a
theme
lot of that
tonight.
tonight. Yeah. I've just switched to no assisting controller.
What were you running before?
Medium traction. I think the medium traction was the only one that was like the assist I had left. I played with no ABS on, and then manual gears. Well, I've got the race line on actually.
I don't really count that
Bit
on
of
as
that.
it's just kind of quality of life thing more than a driving aid.
I suppose. Listen to gamer saves in the chat. It can be quite a big jump from the medium to the none. If I done medium round here and then I went to France practice, like I'll give it a bash. Thanks to Cooper Benz saying that it's much faster, so I've stuck at it all week and I've kind of used to it. I think turn 6, and I think it's turn 6. It can be quite hard. A bit oversteer to get there, easier on the throttle, but bit of practice and I'm sure I'll be no Div 1 pace, you know, catching up to everybody.
Yeah.
I wish. Sometimes coming in, I mean, the old man's looked like it might have been a little push lap in the softs, a 197. I do believe we'll be expecting low 9s, high 8s maybe.
Yeah, because F2 I know was what else? Primus and Validates Forest again. F2 I think was a low 8. Late 1, I think. Or 8-2.
I can't remember what F3 is. I don't want to remember that race. What's that? Noob Gamer coming in clutch for these call-outs here. It's apparently a wet start to the race, so we could see maybe a dry spell at the end.
That's what did me.
It's quite it's quite hard for the whole deciding the switchover period from wet to dry. From dry to wet I think it's quite easy, but other way around difficult. Make the wrong call when you're slitting about the track.
Yeah. Graded V puts in a lap faster than what I did in Q3. So this is looking great.
I can't remember what I've done.
My excuse is it was a slightly damp track. So slightly damp. Definitely not completely bone dry.
I've got most drivers out in track. I do believe most are just setting a lap then went to the pit and retiring. I could move on a quick Q1, but you never know. Of course, last week Primus getting P1, and then both McLarens P2 and 3, so good result for the McLaren team. And then of course Primus as well. Of course, I've got the big news that Tox KMW is currently leading the Div 4, he's now in Div 3, so that opens it up quite a bit, up the top end of this division.
Yep, yeah, we good to see who takes the mantle, wins the next races.
How we look at the standings and the way we're waiting Q1 to pass us by. I've got me here, so technically speaking Primus is in first from 91 points, Graded Vinny in second 69, so there's quite a big gap between Primus and Vinny, so Primus has got a clear advantage right, and if he can get a good race here, can extend that lead. Button in P3 with 68 points, very close to Vinny. Alco Saints in P4, Mason Dunks in P5, 50 points, Old Man's with 48, Scotsman with 42. Scotsman has missed the past two races I do believe as well, Monaco and Azerbaijan, so I think he'll be looking to get back up the grid. Craig Senna with 37 points, Clones with 33. Who else we got? Fish 6 with 24, Barry with 20, Gerasmith with 19, Jamie with 17, Yuki Deems with 14, Rogue with 6, Noob Gamer with 4, no 1, and Chris with 4, sorry. It's close in the midfield up top, Primus is kind of running away.
There's a long way to go left in the championship though. Too early to call out.
Certainly is. You never know what can happen.
There's
Some
only
folk like to start with.
9?
8 or 9 I do believe. Some folk like the middles, some folk like the start, some folk like the end. I mean, the last season, the end for me was quite good, but then back then, you know, full assist and noob. Starting fresh. I'm looking forward to the next game. New tracks, new car designs.
Yeah.
Makes everything better.
I've driven a bit of 2017 Ferrari F1 car on Imola on a S04, so it's quite good.
Yeah.
Quite a fun track.
So I feel like, was it 3 weeks or 2 weeks this weekend till Imola?
I think it's 2 weeks now.
Yes, quite a big wait, but hopefully it'll be worth it. And apparently leaks are saying that, is it July 16th we could be seeing the game or something like that, I don't know. Hopefully, the sooner the better. Quite a lot of invalidation is popping up. I'm assuming that's probably their last call, and the horrid thing is if you get an invalidation there, it's a bit on next lap, so you've got to do a lap of shame.
Yeah, I'd
Some
do that
would
a couple
say.
times.
I think I was trying to get through in the mediums and then I bottled it twice. Rest of the lap felt nice and silky and I just bottled it. As the noob gamer hits the wall. Plate damage, you can see it rolling about the track just back there. And he'll have to do the lap of shame.
I don't know. I didn't notice RSF1 Scotsman puts in at 88. When do you do that?
Alright.
Right.
That was my rough idea, I think, of high 8s, low 9s maybe. I do believe as we get into Q2, you know, we'll see the times flowing in. If Jamie hits the wall and almost hits the noob gamer. Luckily both come out roughly unscathed. We're all going purple in the middle sector. This could be maybe a challenger for Scotsman as of right now. Nicely done through the last chicane just there and then push to the line. And up second place of 9-2. Did you watch the first race of the season at Bahrain?
Of course I did.
How do you think that one went?
I loved it. I think it was all justified as well.
Mazepin getting off to a good start.
I think we all knew that was going to happen.
And of course Perez for that outstanding race.
Yeah, he's got
Last
a thing for comebacks in Bahrain.
Yeah. I do believe that Red Bull lineup's quite strong this year and should be challenging Mercedes.
Definitely level with Mercedes.
Yeah. Two minutes and 40 seconds left. And then I believe hopefully folk will retire and then we can go into Q2 a bit more challenging with each other. Mason retires. Think we'll lose any drivers tonight due to the Wall of Champions or any other?
You don't tend to hit the walls too head on here, so normally just a front wing on, never normally the wheel.
Sometimes if you're on no traction, you hit the wall on one side of the car, then you go into the other wall on the left side.
Yeah.
Hopefully we keep all the drivers and 15th folk will finish. But with the way it start, I'm sure it will be all over the place.
Yep. Nothing grippier than cold wets.
I liked wets when I was on full traction, I liked intervals when I was on full traction, but kind of changed when I'm now on no traction. Local Saints going purple second sector on these mediums. Can he put himself at the top? P7 for him currently. Excuse me. hoping it's a wet start. Mind the wet round here is horrible, you can barely see.
Yeah, and all the exits
Gets
to the
dead
corners are
dark.
kind of curved. It's very difficult on traction.
Done a practice session in the west just to make sure I see how it felt, and you couldn't see even with the red light in the car ahead flashing, you're still struggling to see. If Gamer now went purple in second sector, can he put himself further up the grid as of now? He'll be safe though.
10-second improvement, wow. Why has he put that out?
Now we wait on Alco Saints to retire. There we go. Ask you shall receive. That was a very interesting Q1. Hopefully a more interesting Q2. Anyway, Scotsman topped it off at 8.8. Full tenths are clear of Rogan and Vinny, and P3 is 5 tenths behind. I'm expecting the times to be closer, much closer in Q3.
Yeah, I don't expect anyone to have been fully pushing in this session.
And the last thing you want's a free pass to Q2 and you crash out and you have to watch it all. Looking on to France next week though, you looking forward to that track?
I do quite like a little bit of France.
I didn't like it at first,
Canada.
but it was turn 12, I think it is, after the double long right-handers, either the left-hander.
Oh, I love that corner.
It was at the start I was trying to find a decent setup that could like push me around the corners but then also be stable, and this one just kept sliding and I spent about an hour trying to get a decent one going and I finally got it. It's just turn 6 and too early on the throttle, but a bit of practice here and there I'm sure it'll improve. Hopefully I won't spin. Fingers crossed. But and drivers going to, if it's a wet start they don't have to worry about these tyres, I can run them up, but then the game does have a habit of a wet race start, not a full wet bit intervals, but you're still heavy in softs.
Yeah.
Pole time in Q2, what do we expect?
Depends if Scotsman goes out the mediums or the softs, I think. If it goes out the mediums. Well, it's a wet start anyway, so. Really go on the softs. Maybe 8.5.
I'm thinking at 8.7.
8.5, 8.6.
See, I believe it's a McLaren that the first person to take around a lap. That fish sticks. Would you like to do a lap with him?
Oh, the pleasure's all yours.
Alright. Last chicane, taking it nice and easy. Don't want to hit the wall on the exit. Last thing he wants damage. Pushing to the straight, they'll get that DRS activated. Over the line he comes around to turn 1. Hooking it in nicely, using the curb and into the second turn. Get a nice wide line, looks like that bit oversteer there, but making it round until turn 3. Coming as hard as you can, nicely done, don't hit the wall on the right side in turn 4. Use it outside of the track here and use the curb quite a lot to pull yourself round, but opts to not use the curb. Get that second DRS straight act to turn 8, I do believe. Right, the same. Nicely done for a solid lap so far. Up to the hairpin, you can really easily get oversteer out here and spin it, but doesn't look like he's going to get any of that. And nicely done at the hairpin, pushing down the straight, the third straight for DRS, good for overtaking if you can put right DRS. Pushing down to the final chicane, don't hit the wall and don't corner the car. Very cautiously done, but very nicely done at the same time. 9.6.
Not too shabby.
Alco Saints goes to 9.2. Triggy Senna, who's invalidated. Chris, who's invalidated. Got a lot of invalidations with these pushy laps now. That Rogue in the mediums just invalidates as well. Button now pushing down the final straight, the second to last straight into the final chicane. Nicely done on the mediums, got a DRS activated and pushed the line. A decent lap from him, a 9.7 on the mediums.
But will it be enough?
I do believe that they'll have to switch to the softs at the end. Old man's a 10-2 on the softs. Kirigiseni goes P2 for 9.4. Primus who's invalidated, that Chris behind who's also invalidated. Rogue into the pits. Magic Marks, I do believe we're doing fine. Interesting Q1. Is that a car off? So just waiting there. I think he was just waiting.
Yeah, no one's gonna. Chris putting it in neutral, going around the hairpin for that extra rotation.
Primus is invalidated for the second lap now. And he's in the pit, looks like he might be struggling. Chris, who's about to finish her lap. Get that DRS on. 10.7. Brady's vintage has been about to start a lap back. Almish. Through the last chicane. Tops it off with 8 and 9. The Scotsman didn't about that, and it's invalidates in the exit of the final corner.
All validated next lap as well. The lap of
That is a
change.
horrible thing about this track. A line of cars coming in that second to last straight now. I think Red Bull's one of them. Vinny. Can he make it through the last chicane? He can. Nicely done on the exit as well. A solid final P2. Mason to the line now. P7. Anything for purple first sector?
Ross Scotsman's invalidated again.
On the mediums, I don't think he might pit soon and get on softs.
Just to get a lap on the board.
Certainly if he wants to get through it to Q3. Okay, let's make do to the last chicane. Get deep in the entry, nice and slow through it. Something to be a 10. 10-5. Big lock up in the front right from the noob, the game up. Do you think MD will beat Collins this time? The poll right now.
Bar?
Do you think MD will beat Collins this time?
Maybe. But that's a very good time, to be fair.
What did I see? Scotsman. Bit of traffic back here. Scotsman goes 8-8, I think it was, so can he do that again? M's in a lap to rope maybe.
It's looking like if they want to go through, they got to get below 9-8.
I would think 9-7, 9-8 maybe might be borderline. We're all gonna decent first set leg was purple. A lot of traffic ahead as Cornish breaks in the middle of the track. And Vinny goes nice and wide. Can roll top is off, he's got that low fuel, so I don't think he'll have time to get back to the pit and go out again. Nicely done for the last chicane. To the line P3 and 9-2. Primus coming round the last chicane as well, he's yet to set a lap, this will be his first one in the session. So 10-4. Chris in the Haas, DRS on to the last, K3 for him. Scotsman's invalidated again, he's still in the mediums.
Oh no.
It was quite interesting.
You really have to zoom round. He wants to get a lap in.
He's got the time to get round. Should be alright. Most drivers out in track again.
Got time to hit some softs.
It's a 1 minute 8 lap time, so what, I come out the pit at like 1 minute 50 to go. If you're leaving it to the wire, I think.
Oh, he's going for it. 2 lap hold mediums.
Yeah, we're free soon, yep. If he can make it through, it'll certainly be good for him. Maybe he knows something that everybody else doesn't know.
But he's just not seeing it's a wet race.
Maybe not. Greenman has retired in the pits now. This Craigie Senna coming to the line doesn't improve in his time. Old man's who's invalidated, he'll have time for another lap though, he can get round in time.
Purple middle sector for Scotsman.
Just make sure the last, pushing to the line, can he put himself in that top 10? He put himself in P8.
He's completed a lap. Ooh,
P10.
that's not what he's going to want to see.
Nope, Mason puts himself P11. He's got time to do a cool down lap. Not a really slow one, but he's still got to push a little bit and get another lap in.
And having a fuel as well.
Old Man's one of those also struggling to get through, but looks of it coming to the final. Chicane. Nicely done. Can he put himself up there? Ah, it's P13 for him. The noob gamer just about to start his lap. He'll have one lap. Primus using full lap, old tyres in P15. Round the last chicane looking quite nice. Can he get into the top 10? Nope. Can Scotsman actually make it through here? Mason's just coming in, he'll have enough time to do another lap.
Noob game has been validated.
Mason Dunks is the last person to start his lap and he'll be the last one to finish.
And he's been improved by 300ths.
Manzi for one last time through the chicane. Can he get into the top 10? Oh, he's running out of fuel. Ah, that's unfortunate. New game has invalidated, so he will be out. Primus, so he might run out of fuel. Mason Dunks is the only person that can potentially put Scotsman out. He doesn't even have
He's
to.
within a 10th.
Indeed, if he
So we need to
can
get
nail this final,
1/10 through the final chicane.
more than possible. Can he do it though? Oh, that's invalidated. It's not what you want to see. It's okay though. P11, not all that bad. At the same time though, they will be in fresh tyres if we're right in same rain. Whew. End the Q2 though. Primus Gaming out. New Gamer, Old Manzi, Button and Mason Dunks. And 2 Mercedes and 2 Ferraris, both that's not too good for the team just yet, but I believe they'll probably come back strong. Primus is known for coming back, I guess.
He's going to have to.
Yep, no Scotsman and the mediums of course as well. He's also questioning himself in the chat. I wish I could tell you. So the poll time for Q2 was 8, am I right in saying?
8.9.
0.9, so can we get any faster than that? Can Scotsman challenge Cornish and Alco Saints at the top again?
Well,
Can Roger Jamie put himself in there?
track's always improving.
And if you can nail your outlap to the last second or around here, I always like to have an extra lap just in time, just in case I do muck up that last chicane. Is that it? Here out come the drivers.
think the Scotsman's going to have 3 sets of softs if he wants to go out 3 times. Quite happy with his record of invalidations.
Fresh sets, he can burn through them all. Well, I would leave a fresh set just in case. I'm expecting an 88, an 87 for pull time here. It's all the drivers pushing out to the track now. I believe Collins will be the last of those out. Jamie's slowing down a little bit. You got to make sure you get a nice little gap between you and the car behind or in front. Dirty air can affect you.
It can, yeah.
Jamie taking a slower approach to the final corner of the Rogue. Sending it in quite close to Jamie. This could affect him in the straights positively, but in the corners he can really throw the car. Nicely done through turn 1 and 23 and 4. Yellow flags. Popping up all over the place a little bit out. Oversteer at the corner. Get that DRS on. Rogue might benefit from this, he might not. Car's a bit slidey there. Oh, it's Rogue spun. I just saw that in my rear view. He's out the way, it's all good. And back to Jamie. A decent lap so far, down the straight now, get that DRS on. Burn through your ERS as well. He's invalidated and hit them all at the same time. Alco saying it's just behind getting a pull off, and right now that'll be a 9-4 for him. Chris, who's invalidated just behind him. Fish 6, who's managed to get through the last corner, put himself second for a 10-2. Scotsman first for 9-1. Roku spun, will probably go for a second lap now. Vinny coming to the line. It's P2 for 9-2. Getting closer and closer up the top end here. Regisena is invalidated just behind. Cornish is also invalidated. More than half the grid struggling for invalidations just there. Excuse me. Go getting a little bit of a toe from Scotsman just there. He makes it round this time. Maybe that dirt air did affect him last lap. Nice in for the last chicane, not hitting the wall. Next time gonna do P5 for him, it's a 9-7. Craig is saying one of those yet to set a lap for the last chicane. Nicely done using all that track in the exit. Remains P6. Cornish into P2. A 9-1. It's just caught into Senna tapping the wall just there. Charismatic Chris and Jamie, all those three still to set a lap here. I'm looking to get a lap in, maybe get out near the end of the session. To try and beat the current pole time of Scotsman.
Indeed.
a bit deep into the fence chicane, but doesn't invalidate and doesn't hit the wall. It just matters P8 for him. And Jamie's out again straight away. And instantly he'll have a nice clear track for it. A thing I hope they add to the next game is still qualifying instead of having to go into the garage and change your tyres. See how the real life you can just pit in real quick. Change your tyres there and then out you go. That'd be lovely.
Guess the problem will be the refueling.
Yeah. Do what they do in NASCAR, just so you know, get the fuel out, pump it up real quick. Jamie invalidates through turn 3. He was complaining in the chat about the live final chicane, he just can't do it when it matters. It's very tricky for us all. Chris just coming out the pits now, yet to set a lap. He'll be looking to put himself up the way he's lost his teammate. I do believe he's flying solo in Div 4 right now, so he'll be looking to get some points for the Haas team. Both racing points coming out as well. Could they be using teamwork a little bit of toe for each other? Increase the lap times. Jamie's right back in the pit. Oh, awfully tired.
Oh. Just get an early night once we finish this. What's April Fool's Day, wasn't it? It is.
It was. Chris will be one of the first drivers to start on a lap. And he's fresher tyres again, looking to get a lap on the board still. A bit of a wall at turn 1, but looks solid, but kept it. Nice at turn 2. On down to turn 3. And very easy to invalidate in turn 3 or even turn 4. Taps the wall a little bit, hopefully no damage. Using the curb nicely on the right side, left side, sorry, getting a little bit of a wobble on the exit again. DRS on. Nicely executed just there. Pushing towards the hairpin now. Down this long straight again. Overtakes are very good down this straight, then onto the second straight you also get the DRS again.
Very powerful.
For a little gap. Yeah. As Chris hits the wall, looks like a bit of wing damage there. We'll look to finish this lap though, puts it on P4 for now. So racing points, Cornish and Alcosaints both invalidated. Ferguson's going 7/10 faster. That'll put himself right up with Grady Vinny, and that'll take an improvement this last chicane. It could be maybe an 8 or a 9 flat.
Let's see.
Fingers crossed for him.
Scotsman's gone purple in the first sector.
Oh, it's invalidated, and that'll be tough. He's got to get around that track and go again. Grady Vinny though, for a line looks like it was a slow lap. Fish 6. Up into P2, good lap from him. The Scotsman 3/10 faster, almost 4/10. Really nicely done there, a little flyer out of lap. There we go, an
Beautiful.
87. Spectacular. Polished and validated again. Alco Saints though, 4 tenths up. That'll put him into the 9s, 9 flats roughly. If he can nail this final, which he does. It was on P3. Fallen show of time for one more lap. Rogue pushing to the line up. P2 for Rogue. Very good lap from him. Vinny, who's 1/10 up in his time, he can put himself in between Cornish and Saints here and up. P2. What a lap. Well, that's going thick and fast here. Chris trying to get himself up there. Unfortunately, can't move up that far. Get Jamie though. It'll have time for one more lap if he's got the fuel. P4 for now, looks like he's going to push another lap. That's the belief, yep. Scotsman on a cool down lap. Alco Saints looks like he might finish for tonight's session, and Cornish is also retired. That's very interesting from both racing points, starting from 6th and 7th so far. Okay, this looks like he might be out and starting on P10. Rogue getting a very good cool trophy Cornish there, that's helping. This is in through the last chicane in the last corner. Oh, he's run out of fuel.
Oh,
So 2 drivers have that problem tonight. Very unfortunate. Jamie's 2 tenths down in his time. Can he build that up in the last chicane? Would better than last lap chicane. Over the last person to finish a lap, can he put himself at the top? P2 for Jamie, an 8-9. Lovely lap from him.
on you soft as well. They've already done all that.
Well, should have been well chuffed with that lap. Jamie saying that he made 3 tenths in the last game. It did look better than the lap prior to that one. A very eventful Q3. They're very close from P2 all the way back to P7 there.
This isn't
Very
looking very good
close.
for the British drivers, is it?
You know, Scotland on top of that, you know. I'm joking.
What country is that? In between them, sandwiched.
That's not Argentina, is it? Is it?
Oh,
No, I didn't take geography. I'm doing the chat. What effect is it with that Jamie McFly?
Guatemala.
Guatemala?
Got very good ping if he's actually from Guatemala.
He just took it, it looked funky. Right, yeah. And we'll get to see this conditions right now. Will it be interesting?
Please be jocking
Oh,
it
yeah.
down, please.
Full wets would be absolutely lovely right now, you know.
So we get a wet.
Let's
Oh,
see
that
it.
looks full wet to me.
Oh, this looks brilliant.
Now we'll see wets. There may be inters. There may be dries. So there'll be 2 important crossover periods.
Yeah. This will certainly be interesting. Let's got to check the race director. Yep, it shows here. Full wets. You can't beat a good full wet race, you know. Of course, they'll all be brand new, all fresh tyres as well, so should be interesting. Can Jamie make a move into turn 1? Maybe get past Scotsman?
Maybe. But I've taken the wet as well.
If you can get into the first corner and keep your wing, then it's quite hard to get past again. Predictions in the race then. What do you expect for the final result at the end?
Oh, I can't call it. It's a wet race. Anything could happen.
You can, but if you were to think, do you think you could take the top? Maybe it's very different because we didn't really get to see the qualifying just there.
I'll say Scotsman because he showed just good pace in every session he's done so far. What I'm seeing from Jamie24 in the chat, Primus loves rain.
Can we see a masterclass from Dennis? Do believe he's in the last place?
If he doesn't get held up in traffic.
It can be very easy to get held up though
New
with the full
gamer,
wets.
also a fan of rain.
It's not bad rain. I did prefer it much more when I was on the full traction, but you can't give up. But if we wait a couple more minutes, maybe we'll get back underway. Scotsman can take each into formation lap. Sure, that'll be fun. Hopefully, we don't see any contact from the drivers.
Because these tyres will be really cold at the start anyway. It's hard to heat up tyres on a formation lap when it's this wet.
If Primus and Noob Gamer love rain as much as they say, then, and Jamie apparently as well, this could be interesting for them. Can they get themselves up the grid as somebody Scotsman's readied up and they'll get us underway? It'll be interesting to see if the penalties coming thicker and faster or slower. I would recommend taking it nice and easy through the corners and don't force any overtakes through the last chicane. Not that I would recommend you overtaking the last chicane at any point because it's probably the worst decision of your life.
Yeah.
Anyway, could you take us through from the back?
Of course I can. So, we're all Primus. Not where he wants to start, championship leader. And yeah, said he likes the wet. So hopefully you should see him carving his way through, and we've already got a crash. Noob gamer, also a fan of the wet. This isn't a lot of practice since everyone else hates it. We'll also be looking to carve his way through. Old Manzy 31 in the Mercedes. RSF1 button, our winner from Monaco in the other Ferrari. So quite weird seeing both Mercedes and Ferrari at the back if you don't see that very often.
Nope.
Mason Dunks is sat on the grid. I don't know what happened there. So is Charismatic. Their tyres are going to be very cold at the start. Would expect them to get jumped by a couple of people behind. Craig centering.
That car round, what's happened?
There goes
Jamie.
That's not what he wants. Not like he's going to get past Scotsman now. So Craig is there in 9th, that's alright. Chris 12 in 8th, the only Haas left in this league. Cornish and Alco Saints, both are racing points, they won't want to get caught up on each other. Fish Sticks in 5th. TYG Rogue in 4th. Rated Vinny, our second place man from Monaco, in 3rd. Jamie on the cold wets in 2nd, which he will not like. And Scotsman, the pole man. Looking to get away.
3 drivers, Jamie, Charismatic and Mason Dunks, always starting them rather cold tyres. I do believe, as you said, they will get overtaken if they can defend well though. I mean, everybody else can have a horrible start, maybe this might be what they want.
There are reports that Jamie spun on the formation lap, so that's not looking good for him.
Most certainly not. Hopefully they can get underway straight away, we don't want bugs. Yep, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And out and away we go, a very slow start from everybody else. If they take their time at Scotsman, look like they get a nice and good healthy start there in front of everybody else. It's mayhem up the back, about 3 wide where everybody's going. Quite a lot of contact, hopefully no wing damage at the back here.
Not seeing any wings
Got a
flying
lot of
about.
moves. Yeah, I don't know if my grid's moved up, but apparently Charisma is up 5 positions. Rogue just getting past Vinny. I've got a yellow flag at the back. That was a button. Button's to spin out of turn 3 maybe? Yeah, that's turn 3. Scotsman remains in the lead here. Jamie in second and TYG Rogue in third. Looks like really Vinny's struggling a little bit. Cornish all the back of him now. Charisma and Craigie Senna both wheel to wheel action. Looks like they're going to go 3 wide almost like a hairpin. It's not what you want to see. As Primus gets past Chris heading to chicane, can they make it round the outside? Scotsman's built up quite a healthy gap though from that start. The noob gamer says he does love the rain. He's been up 7 positions off that start. Very good start from him.
Primus get 2 on the straight.
Oh, too wide. Fish takes a bit of a wobble in the exit. Apart from that, a decent start. Looked like, oh, that's Craigie Senna spun, and that's a wing of Mason Dunk's from right end, played damage for him. Rogue's first penalty of the day, 3-second time penalty.
We're seeing quite a few of those.
Mason's race and the formation lap getting a bit of contact, starting to get him cold tires, and now having a bit of damage. This is not what he wants for his race. Craigie Senna's left to safe, if you can try and get him back in. Primus has moved up 5 positions off that start. Very slow exit to turn 9 from Charisma. Will they make a move? Looking like he might go for a dive. A little bit of contact from wheels there, looks like no damage, so Charisma takes the position. Another game looks like a better traction on the exit though, and retakes position with an ERS. Charisma pulling side by side, looking like he might go for the move in the chicane.
He's going for it.
Oh, he's going to get back and go.
He saved it.
Very good save there. Fastest back of the race with Scotsman 125.2. So he's building that lead along with Jamie. Jamie's got a bit of a gap. So Jamie's dropped back one, Rogue's up even further. Cornish in the back of Jamie, looking like he might go for a move, maybe on the straight of that.
Getting very close to that.
Toxic NW, former Division 4 racer, cheering on Scotsman, his new team. He's now in the Renault team.
Primus sizing to do.
Might go back up the inside. Nope. Can't quite get it done yet, but it's still 32 laps to go in this race. Looks like Primus might go for a move down the straight. He's going side by side, currently corners for a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Charisma is going to fight it, sorry, Fish Sticks. Very slow for the corner from both these drivers.
Too wide, no
Chris can swallow them both up. Chris gets past Primus. Don't think he's close enough for Fish Sticks, but it looks like he might peek his nose in. Oh. As Fish Sticks goes wide and Chris sneaks past, but Fish Sticks has come back again. Got a little wheel bang in there.
Importantly, all front wings are still attached to the cars.
Apart from Mason, who's in the pit. Oh, Charismic. Ooh. Very sided from him again. As my intervals have all went doolally. Alco Saints on the back of Grady Vinny, looking very close to him right now, looking to get behind his teammate maybe. Kiss and Prime's gone back and forth at it. Side by side again. Old man's just sitting behind us and spectating it. Prime is not choosing to go up the inside. Hopefully I can get intervals back after I just starts crossing the line. Cornish look like it might have a run on Jamie. Side by side going down the straight. And gets the move done. Zaha says Chris in the pit and for now. Jamie a bit of a wobble on the exit of turn 2. Scotsman and Rogue pulling a healthy gap from the rest of the guys here. Chris in the intervals. It's an interesting call. I don't believe it's quite intervals yet. Still puddles all over the track. Quite have a little watch with him. Can he pull any gaps? Yeah, I don't think Chris made the right call going in the medium, so it's a bit, he's struggling quite a lot. So if he does puddles on the track, that's usually an indication that it's still full wets. Scotsman with a 5-second time penalty speed in the pit lane as Jamie falls in as well. They're going for intervals as well.
Chris is going at the same pace as Craig.
Scotsman's getting a wing change and some
slightly
intervals.
quicker.
Yeah, a lot of these guys pulling into the pits for intervals now.
Yep, I think it's the crossover. One of those wets for long.
They certainly have not. Mason coming back into the pits. The back of the pit running Rogue currently in the lead. Awful with Scotsman. Scotland looks like he's catching up to the back of Old Manzi. His penalties are flowing in with corner cutting. Both Old Manzi and Scotsman wobbling. Scotsman breezes past Old Manzi and exit at turn 4. Sorry, not 4. 7, 6. He's got a decent gap to Charismatic as well, and the next person on them enters. More Rogue pit.
Past it, surely.
Nope. He's staying out in them tyres. How about Alco saying so he go for the pit stop, looks like exit. Yep, he's going straight into them. So followed by Graded Vinny, followed by Noob Gamer. I think Fishsticks might just follow these guys in. Yep. And Old Manzi, he looks like he's going to go in as well, yep. All drivers have opted to pit for the mediums apart from Rogue, who's at the front. Looks like he's struggling a little bit, really wobbly.
See how much time Scotsman gains on Rogue this lap.
I believe it's like a 20 odd second pit stop, so he might just swallow him up. Looks like he's gaining and gaining. Oh, I've got a spin up. Rogue.
Oh no.
Oh, he looks like he's really struggling to get that car back round as well. That's still at the ERS, and we're going to turn that off. Yeah, this will drop him probably as far back as maybe a fish sticks. He should be Rogue's really struggling on these tyres.
Still leaving his overtake on. Might be stuck on.
He's noticed. Yep, he's pitted now. He's probably noticed about time. he's retired in the pit. A bit early to retire, but hey ho.
You're not a fan of the wet.
Maybe not. Maybe he didn't feel like he could get back in it after a slight mistake. The Scotsman currently leading from Alcos to then Gerismic. He's almost split up by a second now, so don't expect to see much movement as the gamer gets quite close to Vinny though. Will they go for anything here? He's got his ERS on. Oh, he's really deep. Get a finish again. Yep, Scotsman, Alcosains goes faster. This is the only thing with it in this weather, we don't see much movement up and down the field.
No. We're very much just trying to keep it on the track. Not focus on overtaking.
It looks like the rain's getting lighter, but not really getting clearer in the sky, so don't think there'll be any moves going on. As Craig is saying, Buttons for our closest battle right now, very close to each other.
Primus looks like he's sizing up Chris, using all his overtake.
I think we're sitting right there for Cornish and Noob Gamer.
Chris gets a bit squiggly in the exit.
A bit of contact from the Noob Gamer. So he might come back to the position. Opposite of it very wisely, I do believe, but Chris and Primus still going to have it back here as well. Looks like the rain's getting heavier again.
It does.
Chris a little bit of a wobble in the exit. Turn 5, or 6, sorry. Primus alongside though. They both remain in position. Primus have a better run maybe out of this. Yep, looks like he's going to breeze past him here. Primus maintains that position. Let's see his ERS on again, maybe going for a move back in that position maybe. Gerismic goes fastest of the session. I do believe these drivers will have to pit again. Don't think the mediums can go. As if the weather remains as it is right now.
I think I'll definitely in 2 sets of winters, yeah.
But interesting to see if this rain continues to the end though. Maybe a nice little soft stint to the end with a safety car in there as well.
Penalties. So, going down we have 8, 3, 11, none for Vinny, doing well. 9, 3, 3, none, 3, 3, none, none, 3, and none.
Okay, this might could get pushed quite a fair bit back with him 11 seconds. As long as Scotsman, he'll be looking to maybe push up a little bit more, or maybe hopefully Malco for him to get more penalties. I believe Scotsman's got a 5-second penalty now, so he'll have to stay for next time he pits. So that could hold him up a little bit. So Scotsman does go purple first sector. 3 times quicker than his last time.
You will want to build that gap.
He will do, and even if he does get pushed back at the end of the race, that extra point could help him along his journey to get back up. There you go, he goes fastest for 121 this time. The new gamer has a little bit of a slow exit to the final chicane, just inviting Jamie right up along with Primus, so all 3 drivers here. New gamer goes really wide, inviting Jamie and Primus are back on as New gamer comes straight back on the track. He's got big damage in his front right. Primus and Jamie both get past.
New game with massive damage to his front wing. That is not what he wants.
Certainly isn't. The first six are looking to get past him soon. Looks like he will do so. And they're going to run him wide just there.
Maybe he has turned on traction control after his spin on the formation. That would be a wise decision.
Yes, it is indeed. If you don't have a wet setup or that, then yeah. I'd recommend doing something as Primus and Jamie. I'll battle up here for P6 potentially. And they've got pits for that wing damage, maybe get them in, fresh hit inters might go to the end. I'm not too sure about tyre. Away for inters round here, Jamie gets another 3-second time penalty. Alco thinks he's getting quite closer to Scotsman right now. So maybe get an overtake. S04's got a battle at the back end. Shaggy Sarah and Button. It's a big bit of oversteer. And Primus getting much closer to Jamie here. Can he move with a move? He's going up the inside. Will he stick it? He will. Jamie backs out wisely. Therefore inviting the Haas in, knows Chris has just got past him. First, looks like he might be struggling on these tyres, a little bit of wobbly at the most corners now. Lindsay from another 3-second time penalty. Another one.
You see that at the bottom of the screen?
For some drivers it won't help, but I do hope we get a little safety car in those corners because a 3-second time penalty for a last kind of a safety car would certainly spice things up. This cornish just went all over the track and outbroke himself. Certainly have the penalties. Toxic. Scotsman starting to build a little bit of a gap to Uncle Saints, who's also building a gap to Charismatic.
Cornish is in. He's been stuck behind Benny for a long time, so I'm looking for an undercut. And not 70s.
Every driver on the field right now with penalties apart from Mason Duncan. Dunks. As Craigie Senna just hits the wall. Toxic saying that Vinny's going to win the race here. If he can keep up the penalties, then maybe he can. Looks like Chris might have disconnected.
Cornish making it for the overtake there.
The pit window is now open between lap 18 and 25 for a fresher set of mediums as Craigie Senna speeds into the pits. And Craigie Senna also retires in the pits, inviting Mason up to P12 now. Alco and Scotsman are getting very close now. And Alco Saints go for anything down the straight. Looks like he's getting very close. Looks like he's going to get past now. Wisely backs out. The Scotsman decides to pit. For them fresher tyres.
Cornish making moves up the inside of the hairpin.
The Scotsman might just come out in front of the Haas of Chris. come out alongside them maybe. So he just creeped in front of Jamie. It's a good position for Scotsman here. It's a Haas of Chris in the wall. He's got a rear puncture.
Oh, does he?
Yep, rear right. So
I think
these
well,
drivers, Charismatic Primal, we spun again. These drivers at the top end, the old man's not out of pit soon as well. It's not handy for them. It's Alco thinks he's now pitted, along with Charismatic as well. It's a long trip back to the pit stop now for Chris as Mason moves up to P11 now. Where will Scotsman end up in this after Alco thinks he's just pitted? If any main's out.
Must be loving this.
Alco Saints is out the pit way ahead of Scotsman by the looks of it.
Scotsman also has that 5-second penalty to serve.
Yes indeed, oh yeah, I forgot about that one, sorry. Yes mate, coming out just behind Cornish, who's just hit the wall. That's unfortunate. Scotsman's really trying to get past Primus here, but Primus could be in puncture territory. Let's see Chris get a puncture lap 14.
Track looks like it could be quite dry too.
Doesn't look like any rain, so he could be trying to hold these out just until maybe the soft tyres or mediums even.
Well, that's what they're going for.
So the rear right of Primus's car does look like it might be about to go though. Scotsman goes up the right side of Primus. Oh, Primus hits the back. I'm getting a little bit of wing damage there. And Jamie in the pit. Grady, Vinny, Primus and Jamie all pit on the mediums. Is that a smart decision? It looks like the track could be dry enough.
It's a risk. But I guess it was all or nothing. If you went on to another set of inters, then you'd be out of it.
On the back, a lot looks like they've just pitted soft mediums there. Mediums should go to the end from now. And Jamie had 89% in them inters. He said it's unfortunate for like Alco Saint, Scotsman, Charismatic, who've all just pitted. So really shake it up for them. It looks like it could be slicks.
But he is going
very
slowly. Maybe the next lap, or 2 laps time.
See what Alco Saint says if he decides to pit. Or stay out. Looks like he's going to stay out. He stays out.
Yeah,
still a little bit of
getting
spray.
overtaken by intermediate runners.
He's coming back though. The Scotsman goes fastest on the inters. Fish sticks decides to pit in them inters though he won't be puncture territory. And the game opting to still stay out. Looks like it's drier certainly. Jamie pits. But interesting, she's in the fresh tires to maybe get damage. Yeah, he's got a wing waiting on him. first six had a little bit of a moment there. It was in a good chunk of time. I don't know what the ideal thing is here. The mediums are going a bit slow, but so did the intervals at the same time. Scotsman has pitted though.
Has to be for the mediums, surely.
Yeah, surely.
It is. No, it's Inters again. As he forgot to change the selected tyre.
Where was he? The softs could go to the end from now, I believe. Maybe Chris McInalco seems to be holding out just for that.
I think Scotsman
better.
has forgotten to change the selected tyre there.
Should have been aging with himself with that.
Might have just thrown away a podium.
Might have. Cornish in 20 seconds worth of penalties is quite a lot. Close to getting the disqualification. DRS.
Oh. That must be so annoying for Scotsman. If he was on those mediums, he would be net P1 right now.
Jamie's in the pit again. Another set of mediums. That Ferrari off? Oh, Mason and Button had contact, I think. Mason's all the way around, so he's getting big wing damage. If he decides to pit now, he could put onto them softs.
The Scotsman going to come out. Around Cornish. Cornish.
Just in front of Cornish, I do believe.
Or maybe ahead of Fish Sticks.
Yeah, just in front of Fish, just in the back of Primus.
Check on the penalties. Saints and Vinny, same at the top. Then Carissa with 10 seconds, or 12 seconds. So the Scotsman can pull in 5 seconds on the next 11 laps. He is on for a podium. Then he also has to pull 3 seconds away from Primus.
Yeah, he's already got past Primus.
Put away.
Mason for his first 3 seconds of the race. He has got that damage. I don't know if he's trying to hold it for even longer just to get on them softs.
Primus is overtaking him.
So that DRS will activated now, help quite a lot. Old man's in the back end of the game, I've got that DRS. Maggie's close enough yet though to go for a move into turn 1. Primus 3 second time penalty. Mason has pitted and he has it on the softs. He's certainly reaching distance of Chris and Jamie, but he's also just about being lapped, I do believe. Yep, he's being lapped by Alco Saints. Of course he can't unlap himself. Scotsman goes fastest.
Oh, that's another penalty. So I was closing 6 seconds on Charismatic.
If the driver on the field got at least one penalty. Charismatic could be going for a moving van. I don't think he's close enough yet. He's burned through quite a lot of his ERS. Charismatic going for 2 weeks in a row in the podium. Goes fastest as well. Look like maybe go for a dive there.
What's another penalty?
Just breaks in time.
So Scotsman only have to go in 6 seconds again.
It's very back and forth here.
Could be dropping all the way down to 7th.
Old Manzi on the gamer. Maybe I was just kind of forcing him off. Very interesting. Old man doing this Ferrari sandwich right now. Old man's going for another shot in turn 1 again. Looks like he might get a move done this time. Still side by side on turn 2. Old man still sees in front, but the noob gamer's still there. Noob gamer just gets in front for turn 3 and 4. Jamie speeds into the pit lane. I can only assume that he's going to retire, and does so. On this 3-second time penalty. It's getting closer and closer to the disqualification mark.
And Jamie's AI decided to drive back out onto the track.
Yes. It should pull over the straight and just disappear.
So that doesn't cause a safety car.
There you go.
And it doesn't. Lovely.
It's getting closer and closer to Vinny, but I don't think he'll be too worried as the time penalties. Ooh, Charismatic like a massive lunge there as Vinny just goes right back up inside, but Charismatic looks like he might takes that position.
Vinny has so much more in the rest though.
Yeah, Charismatic got the DRS, but we switched around. So
I
we
think he
go
goes
to the
quite
straight.
too much though, because penalties.
Yeah, it's just
You know, you can sit behind.
Five laps to go. Alco Saints currently leading with 13 seconds of a gap. Charismatic in P2 and Vinny in P3. Haas looks like he's in the pit, maybe Chris. Old Manzi looking like he could get a move done into the hairpin, and the gamer. No gamer just swaying about, blocking off every possible option. Very interesting tactic.
Ferrari sandwich is getting very tight.
Manzi's got his speed, but I doubt he'll go for it. Scotsman, another penalty. Old Manzi though, won the straight, looked like he could get a move done here. Noob Gamer just closes the gap again. I'm sure Manzi will be frustrated here. Manzi go for the move in the back straight again. You will have a DRS, plenty of ERS.
So does Noob Gamer.
He's certainly got the speed again. Up and down the inside, Noob Gamer just close them off as he gets past, but Noob Gamer just comes straight back in. Shuts the door. Old Manzi back into ninth again.
It's good defending.
Leaving just enough space. Old Man's getting closer and closer on the hairpin. Yeah, I guess is the one main battle we've got going right now. So he's closer than last time. Old Manzi, what a move there. After a swaying Ferrari blocks him off. And then lunges straight up the inside, taking Manzi's wing off. Ah, poor man. I'm sure the stewards will have something to say about that. At least he's still on the point, so he's still got that P10, 1 point. Fish sticks going for a move. Hornish looks like he's got barely any wing left. So lapped cars. Chris dives into the pit on the tyres. $15 drivers started, 11 remain. Mason Dunks went outside the points right now after an unfortunate collision at intervals, and then looked like a good race and collided with somebody on the mediums.
Let's try and work out who's going to end up where with all these penalties.
I mean, so it's like it's quite clear that Alco Sensor is looking like he might take the lead as well onto the last lap now. He doesn't wait 18 seconds, that could drop him back P6 maybe. I mean, they've got penalties as well, maybe P5, not too far back, but reasonably far back from P2. Vinny looking like he might move up into P2, and Scotsman might lose the position to Primus, who might sneak up into P3.
That is what it's looking like.
Old man's in another 3-second time penalty.
Cornish on 26 seconds, he's going to have to be careful on this lap. Or he could be gone.
Imagine making it this far and then getting disqualified. Anyway, down the final straight, Alco Saints goes to be for the race one, nice and easily does it. A little bit of swaying, as he'll sure be happy with that P1. Chris might closely follow on behind, but he sadly will get punted out of the top three. He'll come across in second on track. And he's moved to third. Yep, Scotsman takes third as of right now. Can Primus bump that third off of Scotsman? Only fourth for Primus. Fish 6 coming to the line now. He'll finish in 6th place, just behind his teammate. The gamer now to the line, P7. Then Cornish running penalties, I'm sure he'll drop back. Yep, button up to P7.
Scotsman
That's
must
us
be
done.
kicking himself after that pit stop error. That's cost him the win.
But at the same time, he did get it. He still got on the podium, which is all that matters right now. The game votes Primus as the driver of the day.
I think I'd go Alco Saints.
I would say Scotsman maybe as well, because after the pit stop mistake, come back and still secure 15 points in the end.
True.
Anyway, Alco Saints takes the lead here after quite a...
Scotsman 12.000. Don't see that very often.
Was that the fastest lap?
It's not, but it's just interesting.
Aye. Alco Saints takes P1 and also gets the fastest lap, so give him 26 points. Graded Vinny in P2 and Scotsman in P3. Hopefully they'll join the party.
They're all in, by the way. I don't know.
They all on? Is it just not come up on my screen? Ah, there we go. Anyway, make sure you include your audio, guys. Would you like to do third and first, or any preference?
I'll do second.
So I'll do third then. Scotsman. The heater there.
How you doing, mate? Aye, I am here.
Aye. Interesting race from your perspective. Starting in first, obviously, like after a full 10th clear in qualifying, I do believe. So very good qualifying from yourself.
Yes, mate.
And then the race enters, and then looked like you had a mistake putting on the wrong tyres as you pitted.
Oh, I was hoping you never noticed that.
More than noticed it.
Do you know what it was? I went into the pits, it was like an impulse thing. I just thought, I'm pitting now. And it looked like it was getting dry, but my tyres were still cool enough, so I thought I can go in now or go in the next lap, or try it out for another few laps and see. And I just thought, you know what, get in. And then I pitted in. Then I realised, oh no, I've not put mediums on. So I'm trying to scramble to get the mediums on. And then next minute, my guy just pitted in, so I never had a thing. So I had to just do one more lap, just pull back in again. It would have been a
Yeah,
perfect pit
impressive.
as well. Perfect pit if I had enough. Obviously put the wrong tyres on.
I mean, 4 pit stops and still getting P3, it's quite good for yourself after not racing in Monaco and Azerbaijan, I do believe, so get yourself back up there anyway.
It's gave me a little boost because I was coming in expecting to just get thrashed basically, so now that I've came in, to be honest, the setup I got, I just pretty much got when I was sitting in Q1. I had a setup, but I just wasn't too sure with the rain and stuff like that, so I just adjusted a couple of things for qualifying and kept it. So I just needed to adjust the wings. And I was flying in qualifying. Obviously, apart from the few like mishaps banging into the wall and stuff like that. But I'll do.
Well, anyway, it's a good day for yourself anyway, P3 after all, but anyway. France next week.
France.
What do you feel about
that? Last season in F5 I won France, and the season before that in F4 I won France, so I'm quite looking forward to France. I like that one.
3 in a row, do you think?
Well, let's go. I'm already celebrating 55, so...
Something else to celebrate. Anyway, we might see you back next week, you never know, but congratulations in P3.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
So, rated Vinny. Didn't really see much of that race, to be honest, because just kind of noticed at the end, it's like, oh, he started P3, oh, he's still P3. So kind of, what happened from that race that we missed? Or was there anything?
No, to be honest, it's probably one of the first races of this season that I've just had the lonely race almost. I just kept my pace going, and I mean, fair play, Alco. He was flying away. He was far too far ahead of us. But yeah, I just kept my pace well. I had a little scare with Cornish almost dive bombed me and went off the track. And I thought he took me out, but that was the only thing that was exciting through the race. But apart from that, yeah, Scotsman as well, I feel bad for him because when I was going into the pit, I was away to go on enters again as well. And I just changed it to medium, so I was quite lucky.
Rub it in there, Vinny. Rub it in.
It was almost the same mistake, mate, honestly.
It's happened to everyone. So
I was surprised because I've even been counting at the end, and I think that pit just totally screwed me. Anyway, carry on.
So how's France looking for you?
I quite like France. It's a fast track. Can't really go into the walls. Shouldn't be much DNS around there, but yeah, I quite like it. It's quite a fast track and it's quite good. So I'm looking forward to the next couple again.
Lovely stuff. On to the winner.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Vinny, anyway, that P2 anyway. Alco Saints P1 started from P6 in the grid, the longer teammate was behind you. Looked like a good race from you after the medium stint, you kind of just took the lead and kept going. How do you think the race went?
Yeah, no, obviously, absolutely perfect. Obviously, with the qualifying, we knew that, me and Cornish, we obviously always check the weather before we even go out into qualifying. We saw that it was raining. We just thought, you know what, there's only 15 people in Q1. Go out on medium just to use those tyres and then see the pace that we have, and then do 2 runs in each qualifying session on the the 2 slots that we have. So do 4 runs each for qualifying 2 and 3. And with the race, it was with the race, it was absolutely amazing. We all know how Jeff can be very off in the game, but Jeff today was on point. And I also checked my tyre temps for the inters, because on the track, like you said, Scotsman, on the track it looked so dry, like so bone dry, where you would think it would be ready for mediums, or even softs, because of all the the dry patches on the racetrack. But I kept checking my tyre temps for the inters. They were saying in the 77-80 range, which is optimal. And then when Graded, Vinny and Scotsman appeared, I started self-doubting myself. It's like, should I pit? Luckily, Cornish kind of took that for me. He pitted due to the fact that he had wing damage in an earlier incident. So he went onto the mediums, and he said that he's sliding all over the place. And then I caught on to Chris, who was at the back of the grid. So I saw him also sliding all over the place on mediums as well. But yeah, honestly, amazing race. Everything just went absolutely to perfection with the pit stops and everything. It kind of reminded me of 2 seasons ago in Brazil, my first ever race win in this league, and it was in Brazil, and it was kind of the same kind of thing, where I pitted at the right time, but it was the opposite way round. It was like dries too wet. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Brought me back to the good old days when I was in F3, which I'm hoping to get back to.
Just call it now.
No. I'm glad that I'm not glad that Toxic's left, but it's helped me get like one step closer because I miss Monaco. And then in Asia, by the way, Scotsmen do never leave us again.
Why?
Due to the fact that our capability or compatibility for Wi-Fi, I have no troubles. As soon as Primus does Azure, I am all over the place and I lag out 5 times. It was pissing me off. And yeah, I just gave up on the fact of Azure, unfortunately. Luckily, my AI finished 10th. I don't know if you counted that point. If you did, thank you very much. But if you didn't, then fair enough. I understand that.
A clap to the AI.
Yeah, congrats to the AI. But yeah, this is amazing due to the fact that I was second in the league, missed 2 races, or at least missed Monaco, and then obviously leaving Azure hurt me deeply. I was 5th, and then hopefully with these 26 points, I'll be back up there, maybe even 3rd now, especially with Toxic, leaving and going up there. But yeah, overall good race, and great to Vinny. We've had our couple, especially in Japan, also last week or the week before, where we had a little bit of a disagreement. But yeah, you defended well today. But it annoyed me a bit, especially when he kept sliding. I could get past you in the tight corners.
Oh no!
Oh, just let me pass. But other than that, yeah, absolutely great race. Everyone kept it clean. No safety cars, unlike last year with 3, 4. So yeah, very good race for all of us today.
Yeah, indeed it was. Good to watch as well. But anyway, France next week, you a fan or no?
France, I've had more problems in France, to be honest. A lot of people do spin out. They always lose the back end on certain curbs. So we may see a safety car or 2. Maybe no DNFs, but definitely a few spins, especially for the sausage curbs and all that good jazz. I feel like a lot of people will start to do dive bombs as well on the back straight. And that'll cause a few havoc. Maybe people missing their braking points and stuff. But yeah, I think it'll be a good race with me personally. I do like it. I just hope that I have the right setup for it and it doesn't rain, because I feel like with France it's a lot harder to control with rain. Did anyone have the right setup on, by the way, this race? Anyone here?
No.
I didn't either. I went 2-8 wings. Apparently that's golden.
All the way?
What, sorry?
Were you 2-8 winged all the way?
2-8 wings in qualifying and all the way in the race, yeah. All the way through.
I was a 3-8 wing in qualifying and a 1-8 wing in the race.
Ooh, 1. No, I'd probably be sliding too much.
Just for the wet, and then when it started to dry up, I put it back to 3-8. I just know that's why I was staying ahead at first. Because
yeah, I was marking my pace with you. I didn't want to do anything drastic because I did. You had the penalties. I only had 1 at that point, but then I got second. So I was just keeping my pace, and I wanted to put you under pressure a little bit as well, so you can get more penalties. Did you have a 5 second?
I got a 5 second going into the pits the first time, just speeding in the pit lane, which was bloody punching the steering wheel enough, but
yeah, no,
because
it's so hard to control in the race, isn't it? You know when to brake in a drive, but
see the first 2 or 3 laps. Oof, I didn't think. I thought I was just going to have to go into the pits and stop because it was just so slidey.
Yeah, it was madness. I hate what they've done for this game as well. It's the wet. It really blocks your vision. They've done well for that one to make it more realistic. Yeah, other than that, guys, absolutely amazing race. Once again, the Malibu brothers are thriving, and hopefully we win in the constructors, and hopefully either myself or Cornish do win the championship. It's long overdue for myself. I could have won 2 seasons ago when we had to delay Monaco for the last race after Abu Dhabi when they had to cancel it because of Twitch problems. But Charismic, I believe it was Charismic, who won in the Alfa Romeo 3 seasons ago.
Haas. It was Charismic on the Haas back then.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else then.
Maybe I'm thinking about a different Charismic. Oosh.
I don't know. Whoever was in the Alfa Romeo who won the championship 2-3 seasons ago.
No clue, but anyway, we've got to wrap it up there. Congratulations on that day that got the points tonight. Good racing all. Hopefully we'll see you all back here next week for France. Anyway, that's it from us this week at Canada. Next week France. You can join us on Sunday at 8 o'clock for Div 2. Hopefully we'll see you back then. From now though, see you later on.